Hello, and welcome to the Daily Gas for October 30th, 2025, called All Futures by Bill Murphy. Nolan Sudoku rules apply. Clues outside the grid give the sum of the first x digits seen from the direction of the clue, where x is the first digit seen from the direction of the clue. So what does that mean? Well, this is just an x sums Sudoku. Bill gives an example of a clue of 6 outside the grid. We can pretend for a moment that there's a 6 here. Maybe we'll work with the 9. We'll pretend that's a 6. You could either have this be 2, 4, because what this is saying is the first two digits sum to 6. In this case, if this was a 2 in the corner with a 9, it would tell us that it has to be 2, 7. If this was instead going back to a 6, it could be 3, and then it's not a nothing to cheer about on that one, just an example. 3, the first three digits would sum to 6, and 3 plus 1 plus 2. Obviously, in this case, we could maybe do like 3, 2, 4, and this would be a valid way to fill out this x sum. Another one would be 3, 1, 5, or 3, 5, 1, like that. However you want to do it, as long as whatever the cell directly next to the clue indicates the number of cells that you are looking at afterwards. And I already see a couple of good places to start, so those are the rules. Let's just jump right into it. All right, so I said I see a couple of good places to start. I guess it's a few good places to start. These three x sums. The reason that I immediately jump to these is because they're very high. They're all in the set of 40s here. Um, and you actually cannot go any higher than 45, as you probably very well know at this point. A column contains the digits 1 to 9 once each, and you probably also know that that column that contains the digits 1 to 9 once each will sum to 45, because 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way up to 9 is 45. So if I need this column to have a sum of 45 within it, the only way that's possible is if the first 9 cells, or all of the cells, are included here. And then now, no matter how I place the 1, 3, 5, and 7, the odd digits that are missing here, we will 100% sum to 45. No worries there. 42. 42 is 3 less than 45. So we can either do that by having 3 here and then looking at the first 8 cells to sum to 42, though in this case we cannot do that. The other option would be to have 1 and 2 to sum to that 3 that we're missing, and then have a 7 here. And that's exactly what we're going to do to make that 42 possible. 43 has 2 missing. The only way that that works is if this is a 2 here, and this will be an 8. So again, I won't repeat it after this, but however we place these digits, as long as it's still conforming to our normal Sudoku rules, these sums will be maintained. So no need to worry about those anymore. 2, obviously pointing to the first 2 cells, tells us that it must be 9 to make 11. 12, 12 has to point to the first 3 cells, because otherwise if it doesn't, again, our only options here, with at least with these x sums, is 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And right, we already know it can't be 9. 7, you'd have to have a pretty high number to make it there, and the rest of our x sums are very low. So really our only options are 3 and 5, because it can't be 1 unless it is literally a 1. If there's a 1 outside the grid, then you can have a 1 as your x sum value. So now with that, what does that do for us? Well, it tells us pretty quickly. We can look at like the 14s here, for example, and something I just realized. We'll get to the 12. I know I got distracted there. If I were to do 5, the first 5 digits, even if we minimize, right, ignoring the fact that this is a 6 and this is a 4 here, or I guess the 4 is fine. If we minimize 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, we get 15. So it is never possible for these to be 5, even without all of these even givens, so it just must be 3. That means we'll very quickly be able to resolve the rest of these. 3, 8 is 11, plus 1 to 12. 3, 5, or 3, 2 is 5, To get to 14, we need 9. 3, 6 is 9, so to get to 14 is 5. 3, 4 is 7, so we need 7. We can place 1, 5 here. 3 will go here. 5, 7. Or wait, did I mess up? Oh, why did I place 3 again? Don't ask me. 5, 7, 9, let's try that again, is not resolvable. Uh, don't ask what I was doing there. 1, 7, 9, we do have 1. 7, 9, we do have 7. There we go. That's what I missed. 9, 7. Yeah, don't ask me what sort of logic I just used on that one. 5, this is 1, this is 7. Oh, and of course we can't forget our corner clues here. This immediately actually has to be 2, 7, which was one of our examples earlier. And then this has free reign. This could be 4 to sum to 18. It could also be 5. It cannot be 6 because, right, if 15 is 5, then 6 is 21, 6 more than that. So our limit here is 4 or 5. We've used up a lot of the low digits, but it could be like 4, 5, and 1, and that's still only 10, and then 8. Oh no, whoa, wait. 4, 5, 1. I guess it doesn't need to be minimized. It could be 4, like 1 with 7. Yeah, there's options, I think. Maybe I'm not seeing it. It feels like it does have to be 5, but uh maybe it has to be 4. I don't know. We'll come back to it because clearly my brain is not able to process these sums right here, and we certainly should be able to do some Sudoku somewhere. I highly doubt, yeah, that we are fully unrestricted still. So that's all of our 2s. We'll look at our 3s just because, though I didn't think that would really help. I should be looking at our evens because we know we started with a chunk of even digits. Though that did leave me immediately to a dead end. We do get 6 here, though. And 6... X-wing 8. 8 is our friend. Look at that. And as I say that, now we're left with another X-wing. There's got to be a better way to do this than looking at this sum. It just feels like there's a lot of options. Well, 5, 7, 9. I guess that's the problem, isn't it? If this is 5, then actually I just wasn't even thinking about it. This is immediately 7. That's like way, way, way too much. So I think it actually does need to be 4, 5 to make 9. And then we need 9 in 2 digits, which I think the only option for that, given what we've already used, right? It can't be 2, 7. It can't be 3, 6. It can't be 4, 5. I think it has to be 1, 8. I think that is the answer. And with that, hesitantly, I think we are done now with our X sums. So it really is just Sudoku. So let's stop getting distracted and just start placing digits. It's all of our 4s. This is 9. Can we do anything better? Oh, of course, 7. Let's not forget that. 7, we do have a few 7s. Let's place those where possible. 7 and 7. This is 9 because that was 5, 7, 9 that we were missing across. The 9 gives us 9. We're left with an X-wing. That's fine because it's 9 and 3. So maybe 3 will be resolved. Nope. This is 5. 5 nets us what? We need 5 and 6. If my brain could work here. I am a little it's a little silly. I'm a little distracted this morning. I'm going to be taking I don't know, really, maybe it's not that silly. I'm going to be taking a flight to go and celebrate a friend's wedding. So that'll be nice. Obviously, it's a Thursday. I'm not going into classes today, and I'm going to be missing other stuff when I'm flying back, because I won't be back until later Monday. But I've already tried to coordinate with the relevant professors so I'm not missing any valuable work. 3 and 7, 7, 3, 3, 9, and 9 and 5, and we are done in 8 minutes and 41 seconds with All Futures by Bill Murphy. And that'll do it. So I hope you enjoyed. If you're here at this point, I did want to share something that I was pretty happy with. It was kind of nice. It's a little, it's a few months later, but I had never meant for it to reach them. But Mark of Cracking the Cryptic fame, um, he actually commented on that April Fool's video I made. Uh, all those, like I said, all those months ago. And it was just kind of nice, to know that it did end up reaching him when all was said and done. Um, I said in my comments to him, I'd hope to meet you at Sudoku Con, which means like I need to I need to get my crap together and actually set myself up to go to Sudoku Con in 2026. There's planning that needs to be done, and like I'd mentioned in another video, some monetization considerations. So once I get my thoughts more together on that, I will pursue that monetization route, probably through channel memberships, but we will see. Anyways, as I already said, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching, and thanks for sticking with me through all my rambling.